So I had a gentleman the other day reach out and say, Antonio, I love your videos, but I'm totally confused. He rightly pointed out, I've got about 2,000 videos on this channel, and there are thousands and thousands of other pieces of content that teach a man how to dress, but nowhere do they talk about how to get started. Now this got me thinking. I know, gentlemen, we're going into dangerous territory, but seriously, if you had to rebuild your wardrobe, if you had to start over today, what action steps should you take? Well, guys, that's the subject of today's video. Now, today's video, I'm breaking into 4 parts. First, assess the situation. Second, take immediate action. Third, determine your style guidelines. And last but not least, we're going to learn to leverage the power of accountability. So the first step in assessing your situation is to take inventory. You want to take stock of what you have available. Take all the clothing in your wardrobe and lay it out on a bed, maybe on the floor, make sure it's clean, but you want to be able to see what you've got to start with. Now the rules here are pretty simple. You're going to have 3 piles: keep, donate, or try to salvage. Now up to this point, you've kept all the clothing in your wardrobe. So let's talk about the things that you want to get rid of. If it is worn out, if it has holes, if it has stains, if it has tears in it, these are things you want to get rid of. Now the salvage pile is a little bit different. Maybe this is something you like, it just doesn't fit you properly. Can you get it adjusted? Well, if you don't know, just put it in the salvage pile. Maybe it's something you haven't worn for 3 years, but you still like it. Again, put it in the salvage pile. Now, a lot of us hate to throw out clothing. We don't want to waste, and I get that. So put a box and put a date on it. Put in all that clothing that you are just apprehensive about throwing out and put it in the back of your wardrobe. Guess what? When you don't open that box for a year, you can then safely donate it. Now, the second part of assessing the situation is to put together outfits. You want to see what you've got, how many outfits you can assemble, especially outfits that you really like, outfits that you feel represent who you are. So look at yourself in the mirror. It really helps if you've got a full-length mirror, and see how many outfit combinations you can put together. Now, what you're going to notice at this point is that you've got holes, kind of like my shoe collection right here. I notice I've got shoes that are all over the office. You're going to notice that with your outfits. Maybe you've got plenty of trousers, plenty of jackets, but not enough shirts, not enough shoes. That's what we want to identify. Now, at this point, some of you guys may be saying, well, Antonio, how do I identify the holes? How many of each items should I have in my wardrobe? Well, this depends on you and your personal needs. And that's the third part of assessing the situation, is to understand what are the goals of your wardrobe. Whenever you get dressed, there should be a reason, a function for the clothing. Is it for professional needs? Maybe you're a lawyer in the big city. Maybe you're a consultant and you want to be able to impress the client, make yourself look competent. Maybe you just want to be able to express yourself. Maybe it's a combination. You just want to have a casual style that when you walk out, you get compliments. Those goals, once defined, will determine where are the holes in your wardrobe, how big they are, and what you're going to need to put in there to fill them. And now let's move on to part 2. Filling in the holes, aka making your first few purchases. So the first thing we need to talk about when filling in the holes in your wardrobe: money, money, money. Now, to start things off here, I want to give you one of the easiest hacks to be able to save money when you're buying clothing online. That hack is to leverage the power of Karma. Guys, if you haven't heard of Karma, this is a free app and Chrome extension. It automatically allows you to find and apply the best coupon code for you at checkout. So you're always going to save money. Seriously, I love to buy fragrances. I go over to Fragrance Net. They're saying, hey, you can save 25%. Use our coupon code. Well, guess what? I use Karma, and I find one that's going to save me over 30%. I saved a huge amount of money. I made a big purchase, and I love it that they are looking out for me. Next up, I love how Karma can help you plan and organize by being able to save items from over 50,000 stores in your shopping list. Those shopping lists, the price are continuously updated. So if you want to be checking for something, you're like, you know what? I feel it's at full price right now. I want to wait till it drops in price. You can actually see that. In addition, they've got a cash back feature. So the more you use this tool, the more you save. Now, gents, Karma is the sponsor of today's video, and I've talked about them before. They used to be known as Shop Tagger. It's the same tools, different name. And what I love about these guys, again, is that I use this tool every time I'm going in to make a purchase, whether it's boots, whether it's jeans, whether it's a fragrance, whether it's a grooming, adopt kit. I want to make sure I'm getting the best deal, just like you guys. And this is a no-brainer tool that makes it incredibly easy. Seriously, gents, it's absolutely free. You can download the app and use it that way. You can apply it, put it in a Chrome extension. This is a simple tool that saves you money. Again, when you're going to check out at a store, yes, you may have saved 15%, 20%, but if you use Karma, it goes out there and it scours the web and makes sure you get the best deal every time. It is such an easy way to be able to save money online. So use that link in the description of today's video. Grab it for free. Karma, an awesome company. Love what they're doing. They help you save money. It's a no-brainer, guys. Highly recommended. Again, guys, use that link. Go check them out. Now, besides using Karma, what are my other rules when it comes to building your wardrobe? So first up, the most expensive items you're ever going to buy are the ones that you do not use. And this happens all the time. We've all done it. We go out there and we really like that shirt. We like those shoes and we can't figure out what outfit we're going to. It was on sale. We saved 85%. We're proud of that. But the fact is you never wore that item. I had an orange vest that I did this in. I mean, I thought it looked good. It was actually a little bit too big, but it was such a sale. Guys, don't buy these things. They are traps. Remember, when you're purchasing things, you want it to fit into your interchangeable wardrobe, not just to have something nice in the closet you can't wear with anything. So when I say interchangeable wardrobe, remember, these are items that all work together. So if you were to have 4 pairs of shoes, 4 shirts, 4 trousers, 4 jackets, and they're 100% interchangeable. If you were to throw that to most people, they'd say, oh, you got 4 outfits? No, you have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. That is 256 outfits from 16 items because you made sure they were 100% interchangeable. Again, gents, I want to stress this hard. This is a very important point. When you buy an item, think how it's going to fit into your wardrobe, what you're going to wear it with. Don't look at it as an individual purchase because you're just not wearing shoes with nothing else. And if you are, you're going to get arrested. Next up, let's talk about your style education. Seriously, for $10, you read this book, you will know more than 95% of men. You read 2 books on men's style, you're going to know more than 99.5% of men. Yes, I just made up those stats, but I'm probably close because, guys, when you start to care about this, you're going to learn more and it's going to prevent you from making stupid mistakes. It's a sliding scale. The more you know, the less you are going to spend or that you can get away with spending. There is a risk side because once you start getting into watches, you start getting into fragrances, you want to spend more. You want to go for better quality. But here's the thing. Once you understand that, you are less likely to fall into the traps of buying poor quality, of buying items that are expensive, that don't last long, and are not a good investment because they're a fashion piece that's not going to stand the test of time. Now, this point may sound counterintuitive, but sometimes it's worth spending a lot more money on a foundation piece. Why? Because it's something that you can build off of. It's something you're going to wear again and again. One thing I talk about is a man developing a uniform, and that shouldn't be boring. These should just be the default styles that you fall to, the default outfits, which you know make you look like $1,000,000. You feel great every time you put this combination on. It may only be 1, maybe it's initially going to be 3, 4, whatever it may be. Again, if your goal is to really express yourself, then you're going to want to have a few different default uniforms. But the beauty of this is you don't have to think about it. You know how to dress it up, you know how to dress it down, and every time you put it on, you feel confident, you feel great. And because you know what this uniform is, you know what your workhorse items are. Perhaps it's just simply jeans and a nice blue polo. So you know what? I'm going to spend a little bit more money. I'm going to get quality boots that work with this. Boots that have designs. Boots that are two-tone. They use 2 different types of leathers, 2 different colors. They've got, something funky going on with them that draws attention. These boots get compliments. In fact, you've got a few extra pair of boots because you just appreciate that people take the time to look at your footwear. Yeah, your polo shirt, not going to say much. The jeans, they're pretty simple, dark blue color, but those shoes, that's what grabs people's attention every time you go out. Or maybe it's your jacket you're going to spend more money on. A classic sports jacket can last a man over 20 years. But it doesn't have to be dressed up like a sports jacket. You could go with something casual. Me personally, I love suede and leather jackets. I've got a variety of them, and they are an item that's worth spending a bit more money on to make sure you get quality, to make sure you get a good fit, to make sure you get exactly what you want. Now, for 1 second, gents, hold up. I want to hit a very important point, and that is slow and steady wins the race when it comes to building your wardrobe and saving money. Yes, you can go out there and purchase everything in one day, but if you do that, you're buying some items based off of theory. You believe you're going to wear this, but guess what? That is rarely the case. What you want to do is slowly fill in those holes. Again, building outfits, uniforms, looks, and as you wear items, you notice, you know what? I wear the heck out of those shoes. I probably need to get another pair. I am loving these jeans. Well, before, they change up the style, or, before they go off sale, I want to go buy 2 more pairs. And that's how you really build a functional wardrobe, a functional interchangeable wardrobe that you're going to get your miles out of, versus, again, picking up items that you thought you were going to wear, but you just don't. Now let's go into step 3, determining your personal style guidelines. Quick question. Have you ever traveled abroad? You notice how people drive very different. You go over to the UK, they're driving on the wrong side of the road. You go over to India, they are driving all over the road. Over in Cairo, I was blown away. That was the craziest traffic I ever saw in my life. Point being is people in different countries have different ways of doing things. It's the same thing when it comes to individuals and how they dress. You do have some style rules, and you need to figure out what those are. You may think you have none, but you do have some. So I always like going with inspiration. Inspiration is a place where you actually identify looks that you like because they fit your guidelines, your rules for what you want for yourself. So go through the magazines, go to Barnes & Noble or a bookstore, pick up some old ones. I love going through classic looks because you know that if you like it now, it was in 20 years ago, it is going to be a classic style that isn't going anywhere. But you can also go to Pinterest, you can go to Instagram, so many great places where you can find somebody you love their looks. You don't even need to see the guy's face, and you can just, hey, I love the combination he's putting together, because guess what? You're going to want to imitate this. You're going to want to be inspired. This is going to give you a destination of where you want to go with your looks. So now that you've got your inspiration, let me share with you some timeless style rules that have worked for me in a variety of situations. The first one is to give a and by that, I mean, guys, you got to care about men's style. I'm a science guy. I love reading about history. I love reading about how things work in nature. And what I noticed in nature is that animals are attracted to other animals because of certain colors, because of certain smells, because of certain actions and the way that they are perceived. Social status. We see it in animals. Guess what? You're going to see it in humans. If you want to walk into a room and be respected without saying a word, if you want to be able to be attractive to the opposite sex or the same sex, understand that there is data out there that supports ways that you can dress to impress. And if you understand that, guess what? You are more likely to use the information, to actually spend the money, to actually take action to improve your image. Next up, let's talk about the style pyramid. Fit, function, and fabric. And these are the 3 things I always say when you're going to purchase an item, when you're going to keep an item, that you want to make sure, hey, that it fits you. Fit is king. That the fabric is of the best quality you could afford. When you're starting off, maybe you're going to go cheaper on that suit, go with something that's maybe half polyester, half wool, but you want to upgrade as soon as you can. Function. This is simply wearing the right item at the right time. Suits are great, but not if you're going to be at a construction job site. You need to wear something that is functional, that serves the purpose of you being there and helps you do your job better. Next up, let me introduce you to the style theory of value. This is the value of your clothing is equal to the number of wears times the way it makes you feel divided by the price. Now, I'm proud to say we came up with that formula here at Real Men Real Style, but it really fits the way I think about things. In a nutshell, what that formula says is don't just pay attention to the price. Think about how it's going to make you feel, how many times you're going to wear it, because you're looking at 2 suits. One suit cost $100, another suit cost $500. Now, the $500 suit, yes, it's more expensive, but it also fits you well. Every time you put it on, you feel like $1,000,000. You end up wearing that suit 50 times. You get $10 per wear is what it ends up being. That $100 suit, you wear it once and you never want to wear it again. It's not breathable. It didn't fit well. You just felt like, you felt like you were wearing a costume. So guess what? That was $100 per wear. It would have been better for you to buy that $500 suit and to get more miles out of it. Now, gents, those are some of my guidelines. You want to take those and run with them and create your own, because you've got something about you that makes you unique. You've got your own needs, your own wants, and so make sure it comes out in your style. Maybe you're not a suit type of guy, but you still need to get dressed up. So you put your own combination together. You grow up down south. You've got a little bit of a Western flair to you. So you start bringing that combination. You've got a leather blazer. You love your Western boots. You want to rock them. They got a little bit of color with them. They've got, you pull those up and you show the shaft on those boots. It is amazing artwork. Point being is you identify, I'm not wearing dress shoes, but I definitely can wear boots. I'm not going to wear suits and those type of jackets, but I can wear leather jackets. And you start to define what is your style, your own rules for how you dress up, how you dress down, where you go to. And this is what I love to see, when a man owns it and he feels like $1,000,000 and he's able to express himself through his clothing. Now let's talk about leveraging the power of accountability. Remember at the very first of this video, I talked about those 3 sections. You're going to get rid of some things, you're going to keep things, but other things you're going to try to salvage. So what you want to do is make an appointment with your tailor or seamstress. And you're going to take all that clothing in and you're going to see, can I have it brought in? Can I have this better fitted? Can I salvage this suit? Now, you may not want to, but so many items when you buy them off the rack, they're just not even close to being a good fit. Even jeans, you can actually have those hemmed, brought up, and it's going to look so much better than, yeah, having that tear at the back. And even if you do have that tear at the back, you can actually get that fixed. So again, take these clothing items in, hold yourself accountable. When it comes to your hair, how about you cheat on your barber? Make an appointment with the best stylist in your area. Maybe go back to that barber and say, you know what? These guys offer straight razor shaves. I want to try this out. I want to understand the art of shaving and make this a part of my routine. Maybe you don't own a suit, but you're probably going to need one because guess what? Your little girl, she's going to be getting married here soon. And yes, you own a blue collar plumbing company. You're a master electrician, but guess what? When you walk her down that aisle, you want to look like $1 million. And if you try to get this done 2 weeks before the wedding, good luck. It's just not going to happen. You're just not going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel like you're in a costume. Versus if you buy that suit 6 months out, you go with the classic charcoal gray, navy, you start putting these pieces together, you start practicing dressing sharp. You actually maybe take some dance lessons. You're going to show up and she is going to be crying. Your wife's going to be crying. You are just going to be the man at that wedding because you understand the importance of ambiance, of actually being able to dress up, and you're going to show that you went the extra mile. Gents, what all these have in common is that we are setting up appointments. We have other people helping hold you accountable to take action, because right now you're watching this video, but what I want you to do is go out there and take steps to improve the way that you're dressing, improve the way that you are presenting yourself to the world so that you can become the man you know yourself to be. My friend, I want to share the story with you. Tracy, he would buy a watch, and he didn't do this very often. I remember he had a huge deal. He went out and bought a very nice $500 Seiko, and he had it there sitting. He could not open it until he finished his project. It sat there on his desk for 2 months for him working his butt off. And when he managed to finish that project, he was able to unwrap it and get that watch. He actually had already had it fitted to his wrist, and he put it on, and it just felt so great. Guys, understand that there are ways you can set this up. You can set yourself up for success when it comes to dressing better. And if I had to start over, this video is what I would like to find. So guys, with that being said, I would appreciate it if you would share this video with a man who can use this advice. Now, at this point, some of you guys are saying, Antonio, how did you make it through a video and not talk about fragrance? Well, guess what? I didn't. I'm bringing in a couple of fragrances here, and I am going to recommend you check out this video right here. It's my ultimate guide to buying fragrances online, because there are so many counterfeits out there. There are so many, you can get ripped off royally when you're out there buying fragrances. But guys, check out this video right here. I teach you how to save, how to be able to go out there and purchase the fragrances you love at the best price. Boom, yeah, right there. It's a good one.